Hello, everybody. So today, well, it actually started yesterday, but I have hypomania. So I, well, okay, I think I started getting this around maybe like a couple weeks ago or something like that. Um, like a week ago or something like that, and just I don't know. It's been pretty wild. Um, but I just know that a depressive episode is coming. But yeah. So I guess it started about a week ago or something, and I don't know if it's because of the biking or whatever. Just like I don't. It could be. I'm not very sure. Like um just you know it just started like yesterday or whatever. So I was at the airport today because I came back from a trip from Washington, right? And I was like fidgeting all around these people, like these TSA officers, and my dad was like, "Stop fidgeting because they might think something's wrong with you." Now, okay, I was not on drugs or anything, but I had hypomania, so I was like, "Oh shit, they might notice. They might notice or something." So yeah, I just I haven't had a good day, I guess. Like, I've been having a good day, but I've been very angry. Like all day. In the morning, I was yelling at my dad, unfortunately, which sucked. Um, he's probably hearing this right now, whatever. And then this afternoon, I just like kept like I don't know. I kept annoying him, and I wore him down over the day. And then I told him, and then like I was like, I'm gonna come in here to film a video, and he was like, well, why do I gotta go to bed? I'm like, "Hey, you should just go to bed because I don't want you listening to my video." And he's like, I'm tired of you commanding me or whatever. So he went to bed. He went to bed. Unfortunately, like I want to apologize, but I don't really have like I don't really have the mentality of doing so. Like I want to apologize, but I just I don't know. Okay, so so here I am. It's like 11 p.m. at night, or yeah. And now the good news is that I usually have a normal sleep schedule during hypomania because I take my pills. So how does it work, right? Well, it works because like it slows your brain down temporarily, right? Like the sleep medicine and all that. It slows your brain down for like enough to get a good night rest, and then it and in the morning you feel hypomanic again. And throughout the day you're hypomanic. So yeah, it's been causing some family problems recently. I talked to my mom about it, and she wasn't too happy about it. I met some people at the National Science Foundation because I went there because my dad worked there, and they noticed it. They noticed it. I was like flinging my arms around, and I was like, I was like all over the place, man. I was all over the place. They probably thought I was a mess. But hey, I told them that I was going to meteorology in the fall. I'm not going to tell which school, obviously. Um, I was going to go to meteorology, and I wanted to, just, the weather, right? Like the winter weather, the long-term weather forecast terms are just not very accurate. Um, I told them, right? I told them about my idea about how I wanted to work in long-term winter weather, things like that. Um, and they thought it was they thought it was very interesting. Um, so yeah, I probably got to keep my voice down a little bit because my dad's sleeping. Or well, I told them unfortunately, and I know it's just gonna be bad because tomorrow he's gonna be pissed about me. Oh god. Uh, it causes problems, okay? Like, I don't mean to be a dick, but I don't have it to be apologize. I just don't. And it's just causing problems. And I know that that it's going to be like the worst crash in my life. Um, it's going to be like the worst crash in my life whenever I'm out of this hypomania. Hopefully it doesn't progress into full mania, because I know that happens. So another thing that I find interesting is, you know how I brought up the ICD-11 codes earlier? Well, I find that it is pretty interesting that whenever I have bipolar disorder, like whenever I think of bipolar disorder, I end up in a mood episode. It's not because I'm, faking it or whatever. I think it's just because I have an anxiety disorder about it. And it could be like the same chemicals that cause that anxiety and cause that obsession about bipolar disorder actually launches me into a mood episode of mania or depression, or hypomania in this case. The last time I had hypomania, the last couple of times I had hypomania, I I launched myself into a deep depression. So, yeah, I mean, it's not the best, but also, what I was gonna say is I biked 25 miles. I biked 25 miles. Um, I went from not being able to train at all to biking 25 miles. Oh, I thought I heard something. I thought I heard a cat meow. Uh, that's interesting. A cat didn't meow. It was probably just from my voice or something like that. Probably from my voice. I hope it's not a hallucination, because I don't want to go into mania. But it really could be. That is a bad sign right there. That's a really bad sign that I just heard a cat meow. I'm not making that up. I literally just heard a cat meow. That freaked me out. Anyways, so as I was saying, where was I? Oh yeah, I was biking 25 miles, and I started off, getting tired from a mile, and then I went to 25 miles, and it was pretty good. I did it. I want to do a century ride by the end of the month, but I kind of know it's not a good idea. I went out in 105-degree weather one day, and the thing is that I almost collapsed from heat exhaustion, so it wasn't that good. Yeah, yeah, I do plan on probably taking my pills and go to sleep pretty soon. It's the thing is like okay, everybody says manic episodes. I always have a hard time sleeping. Like 90% of people, 95% of people. But I'm one of those 10 to 5% of people that when I take my meds, I can actually fall asleep and go to sleep and not have hypomania during the sleep. Actually, and when I wake up, I'm usually tired. But today I woke up and I wasn't tired at all, and I started yelling at my dad, and it started leading to family problems. I'm just really scared that like something's gonna happen because I scared him off, or because I angered him. Um, he doesn't do anything to me. It's just I get really scared. I don't know if this is hypomania or transitioning into mania or what, but tomorrow I plan on biking 15 to 20 miles, so nothing too bad. But then I plan on breaking to 35 miles. Um, it's pretty good. We had some flash flood warnings in the airport today. Which was pretty interesting, but because they went that ringtone, like the EAS ringtone or whatever, they did that, but then they didn't actually play the weather message. So what's interesting is that because it wasn't on our phones, but it was on a radio airport. So what's interesting is what's interesting is the three beeps would play plus the ringtone or whatever, but that message wouldn't actually play. So it was really interesting. Anyways, I think that's all because honestly, I'm kind of scared that I'm going to wake my dad up. So, see ya.